Do you remember the excitement of sliding across a spacious bench seat or adjusting a vent window on a hot day? Join us as we explore 20 innovative car features that have since faded into obscurity. Stay till the end for some truly surprising and nostalgic innovations. Bench seats. If you're a fan of classic and rare cars, you've likely noticed the bench seat design that was once common in nearly every vehicle. Prominent in vehicles from the 1960s and earlier, the bench seats span the entire width of the car's interior, facilitating closer interaction among passengers and making road trips more sociable and enjoyable. Imagine a family on a long drive, kids playing games while parents chat, all comfortably seated together. For groups of friends, the bench seat turned the car into a moving social hub. It also allowed for easier sliding across the seat, convenient for both drivers and passengers when entering and exiting the vehicle. As time went on, bench seats were replaced by bucket seats, which provide better support and personalized comfort. Modern bucket seats come equipped with advanced safety features, such as side airbags and specialized seat belts, integrated more effectively into their contours. Despite their disappearance in modern cars, enthusiasts of classic automobiles cherish bench seats for their historical significance and unique driving experience. Bench seats remind us of a bygone era when the journey was as much about companionship as reaching the destination. They evoke nostalgia for a time when car design prioritized togetherness and interaction. Do you remember vent windows? Keep watching to relive the memory. Vent windows. Remember vent windows? Those small, triangular panes in car windows were a game changer before air conditioning. Think back to hot summer days when a quick twist of the vent window handle brought a refreshing breeze. How many of you recall that immediate relief? Vent windows allowed quick, easy ventilation, making rides more comfortable. They directed airflow precisely, reducing wind noise and turbulence. They also let you enjoy fresh air without fully opening the side windows, useful during sudden rain showers. As air conditioning systems became more efficient and widespread, the need for vent windows diminished. Car designs shifted towards better aerodynamics and sleek door lines, making vent windows seem outdated. Despite their disappearance, vent windows evoke memories of simpler times when clever designs enhanced comfort and functionality. They remind us of nostalgic drives, the feel of wind in our hair, and the smart features that made journeys enjoyable. Who else misses those little windows that made car rides cooler and more fun? Ashtray. Ever noticed how cars from the mid-20th century always had ashtrays within easy reach? In that era, the automobile industry catered to smokers by incorporating ashtrays on dashboards, door panels, and even rear seats. These weren't just practical features. They reflected the societal norms of the time. In the 1950s, smoking was part of everyday life, and having a convenient place to dispose of ashes was essential. As we moved into the late 20th century, societal attitudes towards smoking began to change. Smoking became less socially acceptable, especially in confined spaces like cars. The cultural shift made us more aware of health and safety, particularly for children. Car designs mirrored this change, with manufacturers reducing the size and number of ashtrays, eventually phasing them out. Laws prohibiting smoking in cars, especially with children present, accelerated this trend. The transition from smoking amenities to technological conveniences like USB ports and charging stations highlights the automotive industry's ability to adapt to changing social norms. The decline of ashtrays underscores how car interiors continue to evolve, prioritizing health, safety, and connectivity over outdated habits. Record players. Do you remember the charm of vinyl records and their warm, crackling sound? In the 1950s and 1960s, automakers aimed to bring this experience into cars by integrating record players, a novel attempt to provide luxury vehicle owners with the ultimate in-car entertainment. Vinyl records were the dominant medium for music, and luxury cars sought to offer a unique experience with built-in record players. However, the concept proved less practical than expected. Bumpy roads and uneven terrains often caused the needle to skip, disrupting the listening experience. Despite attempts to engineer stabilization mechanisms, these challenges were difficult to overcome. As a result, the in-car record player was short-lived. With the advent of more reliable and user-friendly music technologies like cassette tapes and CDs, the in-car car record player quickly became obsolete. These newer formats offered uninterrupted playback and greater convenience, leading to the disappearance of the record player from vehicles. Next up, we'll explore the elegant Landau bars that once adorned luxury cars, adding a touch of class and sophistication. Keep watching to learn more about this stylish feature. Landau bars. Do you remember the elegant touch of Landau bars on classic luxury cars? These distinctive features, often made of chrome or stainless steel, adorned the rear quarter panels of many vehicles in the mid-20th century. They mimicked the appearance of a Landau carriage with a folding top, adding a touch of old-world charm and suggesting a connection to traditional coach-building craftsmanship. Think back to the 1970s and 1980s when Landau bars were at their peak, symbolizing prestige and sophistication. Luxury car manufacturers used them to enhance the opulence of their vehicle. They were more than just decorative elements. They represented an era when cars were designed with an eye for elegance and detail. Can you picture those sleek, stylish cars with their gleaming Landau bars cruising down the boulevard? As taste shifted towards cleaner, more streamlined designs, Landau bars gradually fell out of favor by the late 20th century. Today, they are cherished on vintage or classic cars, serving as a nostalgic reminder of a bygone era in automotive design. Landau bars reflect a time when cars were crafted with artistic flair and a nod to historical styles. They evoke memories of a period when every drive felt like a special occasion. Column shifter. Do you remember the nostalgic feel of the column shifter? In the archives of automotive history, gear shifters have evolved, reflecting broader trends in comfort and convenience. One iconic design, prevalent from the 1930s to the 1980s in North America, was the column-mounted shifter, affectionately known as 3 on the tree. This classic setup positioned the gear lever on the steering column, allowing drivers to change gears without reaching down to the center of the vehicle. It was a staple feature in full-size cars, trucks, and utility vehicles. The design catered to practicality, simplifying the driver's interaction with the gearbox, while maintaining a spacious and uncluttered interior. Imagine the ease of driving with one hand on the wheel and the other effortlessly shifting gears. Those were the days when driving felt intuitive and connected. By the turn of the 21st century, the column-mounted shifter had become a rarity in most passenger cars, replaced by floor shifters that enhanced both functionality and aesthetics. Modern drivers appreciate the ease of use and seamless integration of floor shifters into contemporary vehicle interiors. The shift from column to floor shifters reflects a broader change in automotive design philosophy towards optimizing driver experience and functionality. Stay with us as we explore more fascinating car innovations that have disappeared over time, each bringing back unique memories and emotions. Luggage racks. Luggage racks on cars? It might sound awkward to today's generation, but trunk-mounted luggage racks from the 1970s and 1980s were a practical solution for travelers needing extra storage. These racks securely fasten bags and other items, ideal for families on road trips and vacations. Remember packing up the car, strapping down the luggage, and hitting the open road? As car designs progressed, interior storage solutions improved significantly. Modern vehicles now boast spacious trunks, foldable rear seats, and advanced internal storage systems, making external luggage racks largely obsolete. Concerns over the security of items on external racks, exposed to theft and weather damage, also contributed to their decline. The shift towards sleeker car designs with clean lines further diminished the appeal of trunk-mounted racks. Luggage racks are now a nostalgic reminder of a time when road trips meant strapping everything to the back and heading off on an adventure. Did you ever use luggage racks on your car? Car phones. Car phones, once the ultimate symbol of luxury and prestige, have evolved significantly since their introduction. Do you remember when having a car phone meant you had truly made it? Introduced in the mid-20th century, these exclusive accessories were typically found in high-end vehicles, offering drivers the convenience of making calls while on the road. Early models were bulky and had limited functionality compared to today's standards, but they represented a significant leap in automotive communication. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, 1990s, advancements in telecommunications technology led to the widespread adoption of mobile phones, gradually replacing car phone. Mobile phones offered greater portability and additional functionalities like text messaging and internet access. Modern cars now come equipped with Bluetooth connectivity, allowing drivers to sync their smartphones seamlessly for hands-free calling, music streaming, and navigation. This integration enhances safety and convenience, enabling drivers to stay connected while keeping their focus on the road. If you're fascinated by these once common innovations, stay tuned. There's more to come as we explore other fascinating car features that have disappeared over time, each bringing back unique memories and emotions. Don't miss a single one. Hood ornaments. Do you remember the elegance and prestige of hood ornaments on classic cars? These iconic decorations once embodied luxury and distinction with their ornate designs and prestigious branding. Originally conceived as decorative mascots, hood ornaments were crafted from materials like chrome or stainless steel, adorning the front ends of vehicles and lending an air of distinction and status. Concerns over safety and practicality led to their gradual decline in popularity. Hood ornaments bulging from vehicles posed risks to pedestrians in accidents and were more susceptible to theft and damage. Imagine the heartbreak of discovering your prized ornament missing or damaged. In response, automakers began phasing them out or adopting retractable designs that could be concealed when not in use, aligning with the trend towards sleeker, more aerodynamic car profiles. While modern cars favor clean lines and minimalistic designs, hood ornaments remain a nostalgic symbol of a bygone era. They remind us of a time when cars were not just vehicles, but works of art. Did you ever have a car with a hood ornament? Stay with us as we explore more fascinating car innovations that have disappeared over time, each bringing back unique memories and emotions. Pop-up headlights. Who could forget the charm of pop-up headlights on classic sports cars? Pop-up headlights, also known as retractable or flip-up headlights, were a hallmark of sports car design from the 1960s through the 1990s. These headlights, cleverly hidden within the car's hood or fenders when not in use, would rise or pop up when activated. This unique feature not only enhanced the vehicle's sleek and aerodynamic profile, but also imparted a futuristic and sometimes playful vibe to the car's appearance. Despite their initial popularity, the advent of more advanced automotive designs eventually led to the decline of pop-up headlights. Issues such as aerodynamic inefficiencies, the complexity and potential unreliability of the mechanical systems, and increasingly stringent pedestrian safety regulations contributed to their phasing out. By the early 2000s, pop-up headlights had largely disappeared from new car models. Would you like to see those charming pop-up headlights make a comeback? If you miss these quirky features and want to see more fascinating car innovations, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more nostalgic journeys through automotive history. Built-in television. Ever wondered about having a TV in your car? At one time, it was a futuristic novelty. Let's delve into yet another innovative car feature that once promised a new era but ultimately faded into anonymity. In the 1980s and 1990s, the concept of having a built-in television in your car represented the pinnacle of luxury and technological innovation. The idea of car televisions was driven by the desire to enhance passenger comfort and entertainment during long journeys. For families traveling with children, the prospect of keeping young passengers entertained with cartoons or movies was particularly appealing. High-end car manufacturers began to integrate small CRT monitors into the rear of front seats or in the center console, providing a viewing experience that was previously confined to the home. Despite the initial excitement, several practical issues quickly became apparent. First and foremost was the challenge of signal reception. Unlike home televisions, which could rely on stable, stationary antennas, car TVs struggled to maintain consistent signal quality on the road. Another significant issue was the potential distraction for drivers. In recent years, streaming capabilities have been integrated into car entertainment systems, allowing passengers to connect their devices and stream content directly to in-car screens. These advancements replaced the use of built-in television, which caused its decline. Telescopic antennas. Ever wonder why cars today don't have those tall, extendable antennas anymore? In the heyday of automotive design, telescopic antennas were a familiar sight on older cars, standing tall from the vehicle's rear or side. These antennas were pivotal for enhancing radio signal reception, extending manually or automatically with the flick of a radio switch. Yet, despite their practical benefits, they faced challenges over time. Mechanical damage and vandalism were constant threats to telescopic antennas, and they were notorious for succumbing to corrosion and breakage, particularly in harsh weather. As technology progressed, embedded antennas emerged as the superior alternative. The shift was further propelled by the rise of satellite radio and streaming services, rendering traditional telescopic antennas relics of the past. Modern cars now boast seamlessly integrated antennas that not only enhance the vehicle's appearance, but also deliver optimal radio reception without the drawbacks of their telescopic predecessors. Curious about another quirky feature from the past? Next, we'll explore the convenience and charm of dashboard-mounted cup holders. Stay tuned! Dashboard-mounted cup holders. Do you know before the era of integrated cup holders, early models experimented with dashboard-mounted designs? These rudimentary cup holders, while a novel addition at the time, often fell short in functionality. Positioned directly on the dashboard, they were notorious for their inadequate size and precarious locations, which failed to secure beverages effectively during driving. This design flaw frequently resulted in spills and accidents, particularly on rough terrain or during sudden stops. As automotive interior design progressed, engineers and designers recognized the need for more practical and secure cup holder placements. The evolution saw cup holders being relocated to more ergonomic positions, such as center consoles and door compartments. These new placements provided greater stability for drinks and significantly improved convenience for both drivers and passengers alike. Push-button transmissions. Would you trade your gear shift for a set of buttons? Push-button transmissions were an innovation introduced in the mid-20th century, designed to replace the traditional gear shift lever with a series of buttons on the dashboard. This concept promised a more futuristic and convenient driving experience. Do you remember the thrill of seeing those futuristic buttons in a car for the first time? The idea of push-button transmissions gained prominence in the late 1950s. Particularly with Chrysler's introduction of the system in its 1956 models. These buttons embodied the spirit of innovation that defined the automotive industry during that era, representing cutting-edge technology and a leap forward in car design. However, by the mid-1960s, the novelty of push-button transmissions began to wear off. The high cost of production, combined with reliability and safety issues, led manufacturers to revert to traditional gear shift mechanisms. Additionally, the introduction of more advanced and reliable automatic transmissions rendered the push-button system obsolete. Despite their short-lived popularity, push-button transmissions were a fascinating attempt to redefine automotive controls, capturing the forward-thinking spirit of the time. Next, we'll explore another innovative yet short-lived feature: automated seatbelts that tried to make our ride safer and more convenient. Automated seatbelts. Automated seatbelts, introduced in the 1980s, aimed to improve vehicle safety by ensuring passengers were always secured without manually fastening their seatbelts. Do you remember the first time you saw those motorized shoulder belts slide into place? The idea was to increase seatbelt usage rates, which were relatively low at the time, by eliminating the need to buckle up manually. Despite their good intentions, automated seatbelts face significant challenges. Many users found them uncomfortable and intrusive. The motorized belts often restricted movement, making it awkward to enter and exit the vehicle. Additionally, the mechanical components were prone to malfunctions, leading to reliability issues. User resistance was another hurdle. Drivers and passengers disliked the lack of control over the system, sometimes leading to frustration and even disengagement of the belts. While they did increase usage, they were not always positioned correctly, potentially compromising their effectiveness in a crash. By the early 1990s, more advanced airbag systems and user-friendly three-point seatbelts contributed to their decline. Regulatory changes promoting airbags added an extra layer of safety, reducing the need for automated seatbelts. Although they did not last, automated seatbelts played a crucial role in vehicle safety evolution. Keep watching as we explore the fascinating world of rotary engines next. Rotary engines. What did you think of rotary engines? Rotary engines, or Wankel engines, are a fascinating type of internal combustion engine invented by Felix Wankel in the 1950s. Unlike conventional piston engines, they feature a triangular rotor moving within an epitrocoidal housing, creating 3 combustion chambers. The thrill of hearing a rotary engine's unique hum is unforgettable. Mazda championed these engines, especially in their RX series sports cars, showcasing the engine's compactness and performance. However, rotary engines faced significant challenges. Fuel efficiency and emissions were major issues, with rotary engines consuming more fuel and producing more hydrocarbons than piston engines. Durability issues, particularly with apex seal wear and oil consumption, also plagued rotary engines. Mazda discontinued the RX-8 in 2012, ending the era of rotary engines in mass-produced cars. Despite this, Mazda continues to explore rotary technology for hybrid and electric vehicles. While rotary engines did not achieve mainstream success, their innovative design and unique characteristics left a lasting legacy in automotive engineering and remain beloved among car enthusiasts. Digital dashboards. Do you remember the excitement of seeing those glowing digital screens? Digital dashboards, introduced in the 1980s, were a futuristic innovation aimed at replacing traditional analog gauges with LED displays. These dashboards offered a modern and sleek aesthetic, displaying information such as speed, fuel levels, and engine performance in a digital format. Their high-tech look and customizable displays promise more information than traditional gauges. Despite their initial allure, digital dashboards faced significant challenges. One primary issue was readability. The LED displays were often difficult to read in direct sunlight, making it hard to see critical information. Additionally, early digital dashboards were less reliable than analog counterparts, with issues like screen flickering and failures. These reliability issues and high repair costs led to dissatisfaction. Many drivers also preferred analog gauges for their ease of reading and tactile feedback. The digital displays lacked the precision crucial for performance-oriented driving. By the late 1990s, the trend shifted back towards analog or hybrid displays, combining traditional gauges' reliability with digital technology's customization options. While digital dashboards did not endure, they paved the way for modern infotainment systems and digital instrument clusters. In-car fax machines. Heading to work and receiving a letter in your car via fax machine? It may sound incredible, but this was once a reality. Do you remember the novelty of in-car fax machines? Emerging in the 1980s and early 1990s, these devices targeted business professionals who needed to stay connected on the go. Integrated into luxury vehicles, they offered the ability to send and receive documents from the car, promising convenience before mobile phones and the internet became widespread. However, in-car fax machines faced significant challenges. They required a stable phone line connection, difficult to maintain while driving. Additionally, the machines were bulky, taking up valuable space, and were expensive to install and operate. Technological advancements soon rendered in-car fax machines obsolete. The rapid development of mobile phones and the internet provided far more versatile communication means. Email and online document sharing became the norm, offering instant access without physical documents. By the mid-1990s, in-car fax machines had largely disappeared. Their brief existence highlights the fast-paced nature of technological evolution. Today, modern vehicles are equipped with advanced infotainment systems, offering seamless connectivity and communication options that surpass in-car fax machines. Next, we'll dive into the world of compact spare tires, a feature designed for emergencies but fraught with challenges. Stay tuned. Compact spare tires. Compact spare tires, or donuts, were introduced as space-saving, weight-reducing alternatives to full-size spare tires. Do you remember seeing one of these tiny spares in your trunk? These smaller, lighter spares became common from the 1980s onwards, aimed at improving fuel efficiency and maximizing trunk space. Despite their advantages, compact spare tires had significant drawbacks. Their limited performance meant they were for short-term use and lower speeds, typically not exceeding 50 miles per hour and a range of 50 to 70 miles. This often left drivers uncertain about reaching a repair facility safely, especially on long trips. Reduced traction and handling compared to full-size tires compromised vehicle safety. Drivers often felt less stable using these spares, particularly in bad weather. The need to replace the spare quickly added to dissatisfaction. Many manufacturers have phased out compact spares for run-flat tires, tire repair kits, and roadside assistance services. While still in some vehicles, their popularity has waned as better solutions emerged. Last but certainly not forgotten, we'll explore the innovative solar-powered cooling fans that tried to beat the heat. Solar-powered cooling fans. Do you remember seeing those small fans mounted on car windows or roofs, promising a cooler cabin without fuel or battery power? Solar-powered cooling fans were introduced as an environmentally friendly innovation to reduce heat buildup in parked cars. These fans used solar panels to power a small fan that circulated air inside the car, appealing especially in hot climates. However, they faced significant challenges. Their limited power output often couldn't significantly lower the car's interior temperature, especially during extreme heat. The fans circulated only a small amount of air, and their cooling effect was minimal. Another drawback was the inconsistency of solar power. The fans depended on sunlight to operate, making them ineffective on cloudy days or in shaded areas. Installation was cumbersome, and the devices were prone to damage or theft. With advanced climate control technologies and better car insulation, the need for solar-powered cooling fans diminished. Modern vehicles now offer sophisticated air conditioning systems that can be remotely activated to cool the car before the driver enters. While solar-powered cooling fans were a noble attempt at eco-friendly innovation, their limitations prevented mainstream adoption. Reflecting on these 20 innovations, we see how the automotive industry has evolved. Each feature tells a story of creativity and change, reminding us of a time when car design was about experimentation and bold ideas. If you enjoyed this nostalgic journey, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating looks into automotive history and innovations. Stay tuned for our next video.